Andrea in Palm Springs, California, watching us on Free Speech TV, on Direct TV. Hey, Andrea, what's up?
Yes, I read over the weekend, I believe it was the LA Times, that, first of all, this young man, I didn't even finish ninth grade, and the text of his manifesto was very similar to, and I've been looking for the article, I can't find it, but it seems like there is a hate mongering site that parallels that where it might have been the source for a lot of his
yeah, I'm not at all. I wouldn't be at all surprised if a lot of it was cut and paste or
he adopted it. But what I believe these hate sites are doing is the same thing that ISIS is doing. And if the FBI had been tracking all of their not just what they're putting on their sites, but their cell phones and things the way they did with the man in Texas who was ready to kill people and caught him and his accomplices. I mean, this young man might have already been flagged and being monitored if they were as aggressive with these hate-mongering groups.
Right, and when there was a report that was produced for the FBI back in 2009, I think it was, first year of the Obama administration, about the danger of right-wing extremism in the United States. There were two, one on left-wing extremism, one on right-wing extremism. And, the government pulled it because of the blowback from the right. It's like it's almost like you can't talk about this stuff. Fox News jumps all over it. It gets all hysterical. I mean, it just
is insane, and we've lost we have lost 50 people to worldwide terrorism since September 11th, but how many have we lost to these hate crimes?
More. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but the number that I had last Friday and I used on the TV show was over 300, but I've got to double check that number because one of my guests said, I'm pretty sure that number is wrong, and he was one of the guys on my side. So
yeah, I think that the pursuit ought to be commensurate with the number of victims that we've had in terms of where the resources are going.
Yeah. Well, and the reality is that there have, with the single exception of 9/11, which was an outlier, throughout the history of the United States, white racist terrorism against black people and the killing of black people has always been greater than any kind of Muslim terrorism against America, or for that matter, left-wing terrorism. I mean, or fundamentalist. The Puerto Rican independence movement has produced a few terrorist acts. But anyway, Andrea, thank you for the call. Yeah, thanks for the call. I wouldn't be at all surprised if even half of this kid's language was cut and pasted from someplace else. But I think that his description of watching Trayvon Martin, and I'm assuming he was watching it on Fox, although I could be wrong. But where else are you going to get George Zimmerman's point of view, right? I mean, Fox was relentlessly promoting George Zimmerman's point of view.